walking my dogs in the park and I said, this park has great potential, but it's a shame about the litter. Wouldn't it be great if there was a group doing something about it? I wasn't ever going to set it up, but as it turned out there was a group and they were called Tala Litter Mugs. Now I still have never been able to find out exactly why they're called Tala Litter Mugs. My take on that is that only a mug picks up somebody else's litter. The guy who gave us that name, he's emigrated to Wexford, so I've just kept the group going. So we go out on a monthly basis to try and keep the park up in reasonable shape. The fact that if you're taking litter out of the environment, people have a greater sense of pride in it. As you can see looking around here now, the park is in great shape. I mean, there's a guy here who's permanently working in this park and he does a fantastic job just in keeping it in great shape. And we've maintained the green flag status because of that, the community involvement and the council's effort.
It was just people cleaning in the parks and there wasn't really an awful lot for us to do, and John came up with the idea of the stepping stones. So because we had plenty of time at that stage, we got involved in that and we've been working with them ever since. And this is the result. So it's a brilliant project in such a quick space of time to get the trees to grow to the heights that they are. And one of the wonderful things about it is that they're all native Irish trees.
The forest that you see behind us here now, it's about 2 years and 8 months old. And it's pretty impressive growth in that short period of time. And that was done as a test with two guys, Lawrence Colleran and Brendan Redmond. We went and had a look at some similar ones to this in Limerick, and we decided, yes, this is a method that looks like it could work. I think the rate of growth that we've seen in this has prompted the lads to say, yeah, let's go again. So we've planted one in Dodder Valley Park. We've done a pretty large one in Timon Park. There's 8,000 trees in that one. So the council are really getting on board with this, and we're getting a lot of trees planted now at this stage. We do these primarily to address climate change and biodiversity loss. Of course, humans would benefit from it, but as you can see, they're not meant to be manicured and kind of well cared for or whatever. Nature does its own thing, and while it's doing its own thing, it's providing us with oxygen, it's providing habitat for wildlife.
How we've actually linked up the Dodder Action and Stepping Stones together is that we decided we would try and plant mini forests in as many of the schools that we could that's along the Dodder corridor. So we've been doing that for the last number of years.
So what we do is we go into schools and we'll kind of create them in a horseshoe shape, kind of create this outdoor classroom effect, and we get the kids involved, hands-on, doing the prep, explain to them what we're doing, why we're doing it, and then get them to do planting. We have people from all walks of life, some people travelling from different parts of Dublin to come to be involved in these projects. And in terms of motivation, that's the kind of thing that keeps me going. So it's about time to try and give something back. So as long as I'm fit, I think I'll keep doing this. We've planted over 40,000 trees at this stage with the council and in the schools. What we really want to do is inspire other people to do it and to just be self-starters. It's not rocket science. None of this is rocket science. The only negative that I've ever heard about from people when we suggest that we're going to plant one of these is that it'll bring antisocial behaviour. And I think not planting trees is not the answer to our antisocial behaviour issues. But what we do is we plant the thornier species on the outside, and that's a deterrent. These forests are not going to attract that kind of behaviour.
As the project goes on, the more groups we have coming into it and asking questions, and then we're saying, yeah, we could tie in with them, and we're developing them in the parks in a big way. This was the initial experiment, but now we're actually working with the council to plant in as many parks as we possibly can.